In many cases, Nigerian readers of news content hardly go beyond the headlines to get a grasp of content and context. Editors and media organizations critically construct headlines to draw readers into the news in order to fully understand the message. Whether they have succeeded over the years is a topic worth discussing. As young and vibrant minds, we are expected to have keen interest and knowledge of issues that relate to our governance as a nation. And because I don't want my fellow Gen Zs to be caught slacking, I will do you all a solid. The recent tax reform bill submitted to the National Assembly by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu appears to have met the same fate of skimming and scanning. And that is for those who care to exceed the headlines. The reform bill has met with a lot of criticism from the masses, many of whom have not fully understood the bill and did not bother finding the time to do so. Sadly, the people are not the only culprits of this. In the same trend, 19 northern state governors who convened in Kaduna, joined by prominent traditional leaders to tackle regional challenges, chose to oppose the Nigerian tax reform bill, among other resolutions. Chairman of the Northern Governors Forum, Governor Inuwa Yahaya, while reading the communique of the forum's meeting, said, "This is because companies remit VAT using locations of their headquarters, and tax offices are not where the services and goods are consumed." In view of the foregoing, the forum unanimously rejects the proposed tax amendment and called on members of National Assembly to oppose any bill that can jeopardize the well-being of their people. For the avoidance of doubt, the Northern Governors Forum is not averse to any policies or programs that will ensure the growth and development of the country. However, the forum calls for equity and fairness in the implementation of all national policies and programs, so as to ensure that no geopolitical zone is shortchanged or marginalized, the group had said. In reality, the four bills have distinct objectives. The Nigerian tax bill aims to simplify the tax landscape by consolidating multiple tax laws. In contrast, the Nigerian Tax Administration Bill focuses on standardizing tax procedures and compliance requirements to bring clarity and efficiency. Meanwhile, the Nigeria Revenue Service Bill proposes replacing the FIRS Act to establish a National Revenue Service responsible for collecting domestic and international revenues. Lastly, the Joint Revenue Board Bill seeks to establish a framework for resolving revenue disputes between states and local governments. The reforms proposed by the President show commitment effort towards reforming Nigeria's tax system. Through these proposed bills, the government aims to streamline tax administration, enhance efficiency, and align with global best practices while seeking to unify tax processes, reduce overlapping responsibilities, and simplify compliance for both businesses and individuals. The reforms aim to consolidate disparate tax laws and enhance transparency while improving efficiency in revenue collection, and would modernize Nigeria's tax system, adapt to the realities of the digital economy, and position the country attractively for investment. Despite the potential benefits of these reforms, Nigerians are only interested in VAT components without first trying to understand the rationale behind it or its broader implications for a struggling economy. For the political class, governors and members of the venerated green and red chambers, and traditional rulers who oppose these reforms, they are seemingly giving into political permutations and personal benefits rather than its greater good for our own Nigeria. These assertions are a possibility, especially owing to suspicious comments by some blocs in the country that the president is bent on nepotism, empowering a region over the other, while looking for avenue to cripple and impoverish them, in order to take away power they have wielded since Nigeria came to being.